Bonjour. Okay, let's get straight into your reading today. What is it that this collective need to hear? I'm going to start with these today. So, the Time Island Wellness cards, Love Oracle cards. Okay. What is this message about, please? Okay, mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. That's too many. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Two more. One. Two. Three. Alright, so 5 then. Okay, mask, girl talk. Healing heart, the snake, and engagement ring with hammer on the bottom, which is sabotage, but also rebuilding and working on it. Okay, so from the looks of this, there's been a connection, one where you were potentially engaged to someone, you proposed to someone, a promise of engagement was made, marriage, a long-term commitment was made here. But with this healing heart, obviously there's been a breakup. And I think that this snake, because this is kind of my enemy masquerading as friend, it feels like there was a snake that had some kind of influence over you that caused you to end things with this person. And perhaps for a long time spending time with this person, with other friends, with other distractions, maybe even addictions, you were able to numb out the pain of this heartbreak. And I think you've been wearing a mask for a long time as far as your feelings towards this person still are concerned. But I think you've been breaking free from this. But I definitely think reconciliation is on your mind, wanting to rebuild something here that you sabotaged, that someone you recognize was actually not a friend, that was actually a snake around you, and their opinions was a lot to do with why you ended things here. This is other people's opinions and being too impressionable and caring what other people think. And then since this has been over and you've been trying to heal by numbing yourself or convincing yourself that it's really over, there's been situations where this snake has revealed themselves to be not who you thought they were, or you've woken up to who this person is and how much influence you've allowed them to have over your life. But I don't think you've revealed your feelings to this person that you're trying to heal your heart from right now. I still think that you're hiding them, keeping your cards close to your chest. And I actually think you've been gaslighting yourself for a while about how you truly feel for this person. And that's why you've needed to spend time with friends and use certain toxic things to cover up those feelings, but now you're breaking free from it all and you're really allowing yourself to feel these things. Okay, mask. Twin flames. So you believe this person is your twin flame, but I think this is what I mean. A big part of you gaslighting yourself, deluding yourself that this was really over, that was a toxic relationship, this isn't your person. You've been hiding your feelings, I think, not just from your twin flame, but from yourself. But I think you're going through the process now of breaking free from toxic relationships, addictions, behaviors. And this snake is a big part of that, a big part of those behaviors and the circumstances you're now currently in. But I think part of that now is you're opening yourself up to, or recognizing now that this person, because this is what the universe is saying is going on, right? This is what this message is about. So they're trying to, if they haven't already, you're starting to recognize this connection for what it is, what this person means to you, and what it means for your life moving forward. I think whatever scenarios that happen between you and this person that you held on so tightly to convince yourself that this wasn't your person. Because I'm not saying it's all this snake's fault. Obviously, there was things that led you to want to put this separation in place. But this snake was a huge part of why you behaved a certain way. Their opinions mattered to you, and also they had a lot of influence over these toxic behaviors and addictions. And potentially why you've been away from this person for as long as you have. But that being said, these lessons needed to be learned. But they're saying here that you're hiding your true feelings from this person that is your twin flame, the person you are meant to end up with. Girl talk. Okay, Sword in the Rose. So you could even have potentially a friend that you've been spending time with, someone that you confide in, that you actually do trust, not this snake, that is actually giving you the truth of the situation. Like I'm seeing someone saying to you, the collective, that person was actually really good for you. You were so happy with them. And yes, I know things got dark for a little bit, but I really think that that person makes you happy, and you should face the truth of the situation, which is that you still do love this person and that you want to reach out to them. I think you're getting advice from people that actually do have your best interests at heart, that really are wanting to give you their honest opinion that's best for you. And in this case, they're saying to you that yes, things were hard, but you need to work at it, and that this is your person. And the truth of the situation is that maybe you did not act with honor when it came to this connection, especially if you promised engagement and then revoked it. But I think part of your revelation about your connection to this person has come from spending time or getting opinions from people that actually encourage you to reconnect with your twin flame. Okay, healing heart. Yeah, heart with a key. So just your because this healing heart is freedom from toxic relationships and addictions, I think that that's what you're currently, the state you're currently in. I think you're aware of what this person means to you and what this connection is. You know they have the key to your heart and you want to welcome a new beginning with them. But I think currently you're trying to heal out certain things that could still be either a burden or cause detriment in you reconnecting with this person. So it's like you're trying to purge right now, but you know that you want to get back together with this person and that they're your perfect match. They're the yin to your yang. I mean, even if part of the toxic connections that you've had was trying to replace this person, that too has helped you learn that you need to really heal your heart in everything that's happened in your life so that you can be happier within yourself, but also the right kind of partner for this person that is your twin. Snake. So you got love call to confirm snake, and I'm just sitting with this message for a second. Because I'm hearing a couple of things. It's like, one, you found out that this snake has expressed their feelings to your twin flame. So it's almost as if they encouraged you to leave them, or they had a really bad influence over your life. And then behind your back, you found out that they actually had feelings for your twin flame and expressed that to them behind your back. With the snake now being removed from your life, you are now ready to express your love to this person. It could be both, or it could be one or the other. I do think you want to express your love to this person either way, but I'm getting both of those messages. So I think it could be both. One, that this snake expressed their feelings to your twin flame behind your back and you found out, but that also you want to reach out to this person and express your feelings. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. All right, engagement ring. And I just heard as well, someone that you tried to move on with from your twin flame may have reached out to your twin flame as well. Axe, yeah, so you ended this engagement with this person. I think you saw this as a toxic relationship and you mixed in with the opinions of others. You abandoned your twin flame. You promised them the world and then you ripped it all away and you cut them off quite coldly. So even if things weren't great, you didn't handle the breakup very well. You really cut them off and abandoned them and went immediately, like you didn't even care to check if they were okay or if they, you know what I mean? Like you really just when you ended things, you really severed the connection with them and just left them to their own devices, not knowing if they were okay or not, and only thinking of yourself. And I think that this is a heavy thing that you go over. The way that you ended things here and left things definitely plays on your mind here. And they're saying you need to stop this pattern. I think you're aware that it wasn't right, but then adding in the opinions of others probably telling you, because they didn't like your connection, were jealous of the bond you two had, despite the conflict, they would have said it was perfectly okay to do what you did, that you need to do what's right for you. But abandoning someone after making those kinds of promises, it's not just necessarily about what's best for you. It's about doing the right thing. And it doesn't mean that you had to stay with this person if you felt like you were drowning, but also to cut someone off after you've started to build what was supposed to be forever with this person, and cut them off cold with no regard to what they have to go through after that. It's not nice. And I think that that's something that you reflect on as well. Yeah, karmic relationship. I actually think you picked karmic relationships over your twin flame. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be that you prioritized family, friends, work, other people's opinions over what was the right thing to do here. I'm kind of getting that feeling of people saying, oh, don't worry, they'll be fine. And it's like, yeah, they may be fine eventually, but that doesn't make how you ended things okay. And cutting them off cold and abandoning them, giving them the silent treatment after this was promised, very harsh. And I think you're understanding now that naturally you were going to have to learn some pretty hard lessons from this. And you've probably, during this separation, been very triggered. There's been lots of turmoil, fleeting connections. And it's all because of wounding in you that you were running from. And now you're realizing that you need to face these issues, let go of the past, and actually really to love yourself and to love someone else properly, you need to heal those things. And it could be as well that for a while you put this twin flame in the category of karmic because of how much they triggered you, and because of the turmoil between the two of you. All right, let's see how you view this connection. Not the universal truth, but how you're currently feeling about this connection with your twin flame. Divine masculine. So you're seeing, I don't think you're feeling like a divine masculine. I think you're seeing them in their masculine energy. Whatever you can see of them, you're feeling like they're very action orientated and they have done what they need to. They've got that go-getter attitude. So despite what you've done to them, they have recovered, and you're seeing them with a lot of drive. This even says action, assertive, driven. That's how you're seeing them. They're really sitting in their divine masculine energy right now and living the life, or trying to achieve the life that they want for themselves. You've got protection. I actually think that you're seeing this person as very protected, especially if you've received a lot of karma during this separation. You're realizing now that all those tears this person would have shed for you and this connection, you would have received so much karmic retribution for it because of how much you hurt this person. And it was necessary. You needed to get this karma because that karma was the lessons that you needed to learn over letting people's opinions affect you, prioritizing other connections over your twin flame, doing things that were not okay to do to another person. I I think that you felt attacked by this person, but the reality is, I think you know that this person hasn't actually done anything to create these attacks on you. Maybe for a long time you did think they were doing some voodoo or something like that on you, but I think now you recognize that you deserved a lot of this kind of karma because of how you handled things here, how you treated this person. Especially if you're seeing them doing well now. If they're doing well, then they're protected. They weren't the evil one that you made them out to be. And I think as well, you're recognizing that they've got a very strong spirit team that protect them. So when you hurt them, that's the backlash you've gotten from that, not because this person was meddling with your energy or anything. Third eye chakra, so trusting your intuition instead of what other people tell you. But I think you see this person, this twin flame, as someone that really trusts their intuition and really is quite tapped in. They trust in the universal flow of things, and it's like that really channeling what the divine want for them and living that out. But also even for others, the advice they give to others, it's like they really try to come from a divine place, and they really are tapped into their crown chakra and third eye. And then you've got transformation. So this is what I mean. I think you've seen them go through a transformation. How you left them is not how they ended up. So even if you left them with nothing, they have transformed. They went within and they really used that pain and transmuted it into a driving force to create the life they want. Okay, divine masculine. Archangel Raphael. So they've been guided by their team, by their angels, to step into their own divine masculine power. They've been guided through this healing process. Protection. You inspire me. This is what I mean. And that straight away tells me you're watching them. So I definitely think that you see this person channeling messages from above in whatever capacity, how much they've transformed, how they're living in their divine masculine energy. They've taken charge of their life, and they're really putting themselves out there and living authentically. And they're very protected. But this "you inspire me" is lovely, because although you're watching them and you're not speaking up yet about your feelings, the fact they're inspiring you is a beautiful thing. You're not jealous, you're not envious. Perhaps you miss them, but you don't watch them with green eyes thinking, why do they get to be happy and I'm so miserable? It's like you're proud of them, and that's what you should be. Third eye. Solar plexus with rise up, very masculine energy. So I think you're working on your willpower right now. I think you're trusting in your the messages that you're getting, the intuitive nudges that you're getting, and it's helping you to rise up and kill off, so to speak, the versions of you that stay stuck in those toxic situations, environments, and people. Your intuition is guiding you to create that willpower that gives you discipline. You need to force yourself to have discipline until it becomes second nature. Your strength, your confidence. This rise up is death and rebirth, strength. That's 2 cards of strength that came out together. You're really being called on to trust your intuition and focus on building your strength, building up your divine masculine within, so that you can be happier and offer something to this person that you know you can offer. Transformation. The mother. So you may have shared a pregnancy with this person, but I think that for this to confirm transformation, I really think that you've seen this person as very nurturing. They could be very fertile. You see them as mature. You've seen them become more mature, especially if they're sitting in their masculine energy. And if they already have a child, you've seen them become or be a beautiful mother. I'm actually seeing this as them transforming into the Empress. That grounded, beautiful, nurturing, compassionate person that was always there, but you've seen them transform since whatever this is that happened between the two of you. One more. Yeah, missing you. One more, please. Married. 2 things for this. 1, that this was what you promised this person and then took it away. But 2, that this is what you want with them. You want that eternal love story. You want to be with them forever. You want to make that serious commitment to them. And as well, it could be that you want to have a baby with this person too. All right, what is it you want to say to this person, your twin flame? What do they want to say to their twin flame, please? Finding myself. That's exactly where you're at right now, finding yourself. So you're in the midst of releasing these, you're in the midst of releasing these toxic people, places, addictions. It was time I went within to find myself again. Absolutely. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space, and that's fine as long as you're doing the work, using this space to do the work on yourself. And as well, that could have been partly to do with why you left this person, because you didn't know what you wanted and it was all too much for you, and adding in the conflict and the opinions of others, it was all too much and you had to walk away to find yourself. But it doesn't make the way you did it okay, and it also means that the way in which you've handled yourself when this separation happened was anything but finding yourself. You were doing things that were just not, addictions, toxic relationships. But now you're doing the work. So that's good. I'm single. I'm single right now. I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. But again, that's good. Because if you were to get into another relationship, whether with your twin flame or someone else, it would take you off this finding yourself path that you're currently on. You need to find yourself first before you can commit to someone. unblock me. So maybe this person has you blocked, or you think that they have you blocked, or just you feel blocked from them energetically. I miss you and want to connect. Please unblock me, literally or energetically, so we can speak. I have a lot to say. But let me ask you this. If this is how you ended things, do you not think that this person may have a lot to say to you about what you've done and how you've hurt them? And are you willing to listen and hear them out and accept what they have to say and how much you hurt them? Are you ready to hear that yet? Because you've got to remember the way that you ended things with this person, you abandoned them, you went immediately, gave them the silent treatment, you really cut them off. So that to me says that you've never validated their feelings and what's happened here. So it's like, okay, you have a lot to say, but you also need to allow this person to say their piece too. Father wounds. And this is why you're trying to find yourself, because you did not have a healthy example of a masculine growing up, and it has impacted all your behaviors and actions in your life. Despite your resentment towards your father, it still ended up coming out in other ways in your life. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. And that is why you're needing to find yourself now, and you need to be alone to do that. Like you can have a mentor, you can go to therapy, you can get advice, things like that, but not from people you know, no one close to you. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. I never really know where I stand with you, and then spoiling you. And this is so we can speak. I have a lot to say. And this is what I was thinking before. It's like when you approach this person, you just want to say how much you love them and how sorry you are and all this stuff. But this person also needs to express how much you've hurt them and the pain you caused them here and all the things that you did to hurt them, without you trying to basically shut them up with flattery and loving messages. You need to be able to take what they need to express to you and just cop it on the chin. You are allowed to express how sorry you are, the lessons you've learned, how much you love this person, you want a future with them, all that stuff. But you still need to allow this person to talk through what you did to them. And that is loving them properly, allowing them that, because otherwise you're just trying to put a band-aid over the top of it with all this flattery and things that you want to say to them. But there's some deep conversations that need to be had here. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything you could ever want. You deserve nothing less. I think that's what you want to give them. But there is conversations, deep conversations, apologies, really clearing the air, building that trust again, building that bond back up again. You feel like home. So it doesn't matter if there's distance, cultural differences, whatever the issues are that are keeping you apart currently. It doesn't matter where this person is in the world. They're your home. So wherever they are, that's where home is. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. And again, remembering how much stability you had when this person was in your life. Even though there was conflict, yes, whatever, but you remember the love, the nurturing, the kindness that this person had, and how much they loved and adored you, and how much stability you had when they were in your life. And it's just perpetually been mess after mess in your life since. So you know they're your home. just want to get what the energy is around you right now. Move on, unavailable. Someone is a waste of time. With someone is in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this. This is what caused problems in the past. Other people's opinions. What is the energy around this collective right now, please? Okay, so this is they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon, but I actually think that's you. You're in the energy of wanting to reach out to this person, but that being said, soon. You're still figuring things out right now, so it's not time. It could even be that it's time for you to reach out to this person to really have these deep conversations and discuss the damage here and how you feel, but not the time to reconcile. Because deep conversations are needed. It's not 0 to 100 where you call up this person, you're right back together again, moving in, getting married, all this stuff. There's conversations that need to be had. So this expect to hear from them soon to me is like breaking the ice, breaking no contact, having these conversations, clearing the air, but not necessarily getting back together right now. Because I think you know as well you're not ready for that commitment yet, but at the same time you do want to express yourself to this person and also allow them to express themselves. It's almost like I'm seeing needing to clear the air, and then a little bit more time will pass and then you can come back together. It's part of the healing process. Date night, get ready to be wined and dined. So I think this is that spoiling you card. You want to express how much you love this person. You want to spoil them. But I think you know inside that you're not ready for a serious commitment yet because you're still figuring yourself out. But this is the energy of you right now. So this is what you're desiring to do. And it could even be that you want to take them out on a date and actually really seriously have these discussions face to face. Like you don't want to do this over text or phone call. You really feel like, and maybe you feel like you owe it to this person to do it the right way because of how you left things. Really showing up and taking them out somewhere and allowing the conversation to flow. Like doing it properly. Fire sign. So and with Guardian, that came out with Guardian, so you could have just lost a loved one, or just in general you have a lost loved one that you were close to, or just your ancestors that are closely with you right now, trying to guide you through this period of time, trying to guide you back towards this person, and they're igniting a lot of passion in you right now when it comes to this, which is probably why you're feeling this urge to reach back out and wanting to take them out properly and allowing them to see the effort that you want to put into this. But as well, you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could be. Water sign. So you've got water and fire here. But I'm seeing this under they'll be back as how much emotion you have towards this person. Water is deep emotions. And I think you have so much inside, feelings-wise, towards your twin flame that you want to express. And I think you will speak to them soon. But I think right now you may even be in that phase of trying to figure out, what do I even say? How do I break the ice here? They could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be. All right, date night. Could be a fire-water pairing. I just heard with that confession, I want to take you out. I want to take you out and let you talk about what happened here and I want to take you out and make you feel special. I want to talk about everything that happened here, and I want to talk about how I feel about you. It's like that's the channeled message coming through right now. You want to express yourself to this person, confess your feelings, and you want to take them out to do it. You want to do it the right way. You want to do it the right way. I just keep hearing that. I want to confess how I feel about you, and I want to tell you how sorry I am. How can I make this up to you? I want to take you out and do this properly. Manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want. An air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is what I'm saying. I think you're very in your head now about how to say this, I think you're overthinking it right now. You're going over in your mind so many ways. How do I say it? What do I say? I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want to be misunderstood by them. I don't want them to take it the wrong way. You're just thinking so many things right now, on top of the fact that you're probably adding in, reminiscing in the ways you've hurt this person, and telling yourself they'd never take me back after what I did to them, and blah, blah, blah. So many thoughts are going on in your head right now. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be important here too. Alright, I want to get these to see what it is that you're working on currently. What is this person working on currently? What is being shown to them? What is being shown to this collective currently? What do they need to be working on? I just heard mixed signals. The signals from someone are unclear and confusing, and I think that's that mysterious card. You don't know how this person feels about you anymore. So you've woken up to yourself, but again, you're not in any contact, so why would you know how this person feels? It's not as if they're going to post on their social media talking directly to you. Hidden agenda, but this is you. Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. They're wanting you to speak your truth. They don't want you to hide your feelings anymore. That's too many. But that was playing both sides at the top there. Oh, chameleons. I just noticed I've always wanted one, but you can't get them in Australia. It's illegal, but I've always wanted one. Protect your heart. So this is you right now, because you're trying to guard your emotions to avoid being hurt. But then at the same time, you're all mixed up in your head because you know you hurt this person, and it's like you're protecting yourself right now from knowing that, rightly so, they have a lot of pain that they need to express. But it should be about you knowing you've caused pain here and wanting to make it up to them. It's not that you're not allowed to be afraid of rejection, but you're putting that above giving this person validation for how much you've hurt them. So that's something you need to work on. The real story. Giving this person the real story. The true story will come to light. Again, there's been pretty much, I'm not saying there's been no communication. There may have been a little bit here and there, but I think it's been a long time since you two have really talked. And there's probably false information out there about the both of you that needs to be cleared up here. And the real story is that you love this person and want to be with them. I think you've been giving yourself mixed signals. That just reminded, I don't know why. I'm getting two movies for this. The Indian in the Cupboard. Do you remember? I loved that movie. I used to put toys in the cupboard and close the door and open it, hoping that the little toy would come alive. Indian in the Cupboard and also Never Ending Story. So those two movies could be significant. Inner conflict. This is what I'm talking about. Inner conflicts makes decision making difficult. The inner conflict in your mind, your overthinking, is making it hard for you to bite the bullet and reach out to this person and express yourself and allow them to express themselves to you. And this is the thing, even if it ends up being that this person is really angry and upset with you and it leaves you feeling upset inside when the conversation is over. This is what I'm talking about. That conversation might feel like it's over and done and you might feel like shattered from it. But that one conversation needs to happen so that initial contact and that initial pain point can be cleared, and then the next step will be building a connection again. But if you keep avoiding that first conversation, then you can't get to the next step. Your decision is difficult because you don't want to face the hard emotions. You keep hiding your feelings. Protect your heart. That's too many. Exposing lies, though. And that's the real story. Exposing certain things that have maybe mistruths that have been spread about you, about them. Mistruths about this connection that you told yourself. And you've got to remember too, knowing you've caused this person pain, when you do come through, understand they're going to want to protect their heart. They're going to be guarded because of how you ended things here. So be empathetic about that. Ulterior motives. Someone may be getting close to you with hidden intentions. You've got hidden agenda and ulterior motives. But I actually think that this is something that you're very suspicious, and I think that comes from the lessons that have been shown to you, reflected back to you since you have been in separation from this person. And also it's a reflection on you, because when you're projecting this energy out, that means that there's something in you that is sneaky, that is hidden, that is ulterior motive based. So reflect on that. I think they may be trying to show you where your emotions feel heightened right now. Look deeper into that. Why are your emotions so heightened when it comes to this? Because that's a wounding in you that needs to be soothed, so that you don't always assume the worst about, especially this person. Yes, all these other lessons that you've received has shown you betrayal from other people, but this person was always loyal. I'm not picking up that especially with how you're perceiving them, this person was loving, kind, adored you, and the way you've behaved is like this, and you're needing to reflect on your behavior. Yeah, the path is unknown right now. The path ahead in the relationship is uncertain, yet hopeful. And this is what I mean. You need to clear the air before any reconciliation can happen. And don't forget, you're still figuring yourself out. You're still finding yourself, and you need the space to do that. So it's kind of like having a conversation, feeling kind of exhausted from it, going away, having some space between you two again, and then coming back a little bit later to talk about rebuilding something here. But you need to do this first step. And part of this conversation could help you figure yourself out. Alright, so they're pulling me towards the spirit animal deck, so let's get that. And what is it that they... Okay, so... Yeah, okay. So I'll do one for you, one for your twin flame. What is your current energy right now? What is the energy you're sitting in right now? Earthworm, that's been coming out a lot lately. What is their twin flame's current energy? What is their twin flame energy sitting in right now? What energy is their twin flame sitting in right now, please? Wow, the phoenix. The hawk on the bottom, divine messenger. This is very masculine energy. And you're the earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision, and this is your current energy, so no wonder you're wanting to find yourself. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field, and I think this is the thing with finding yourself. You're opening yourself up now to these frequencies, your divine connection, your twin flame connection, the source energy. And healing. If healing is something that is a new journey for you, especially if you've pushed away healing and things like therapy for a long time. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. Everyone starts somewhere. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind often offers the most valuable insights. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, and valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. I think that's where you're at now. To bring into balance, speak up, risk embarrassment. And I was feeling throat chakra throughout this whole... I'm even wearing blue. Felt pulled to put a blue shirt on today, so that could be why. Speaking your truth. Risking embarrassment. Okay, so the phoenix. It's like you're at the very beginning of the journey and they're rising from the ashes currently. They're right at the back in the spirit section. They're the first card of the spirit section. You're the first card of the whole journey. But don't feel overwhelmed by that. Freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. The phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. They've gone through their healing. You're always healing, but I'm talking about they've gone through the worst of it. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we've been suffering too long and something must change. So it's like, maybe they felt self-pity for a long time and felt quite victimized by you for a long time, but they've pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. Remember, you're seeing them in their divine masculine energy. And they're like, I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to be unhappy. I've just got to get on with things. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. So they're living with intention now. It's like even when negative feelings come over them, because they will, you're living the human experience. You're not meant to shut out negative feelings altogether, but learning how to cope with them and then creating something better from it. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smoulder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize ourselves. Again, we may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. The phoenix in the first chakra, so the root. So again, just like how you're seeing them in their divine masculine energy, they are working on those things that create stability, security, safety, home. The ancient yogis believed that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. This earthen center is also called the Muladhara, or our root. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash toward the navel center, which is the solar plexus. Sacral, sorry. Then it goes to the solar plexus, then to the heart, then to the throat, then the third eye, then the crown, and it's an energy. Again and again, it makes this journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence and freeing us from the past. Very good. So you're at the beginning of your journey. You're breaking free from the matrix, so to speak. Okay, so I want to get how your twin flame perceives this connection currently and their feelings towards you. How is this person's twin flame feeling about them and this connection? Temptation and soulmates. So they're very tempted by you right now. But they definitely see you as a soulmate. They know that there's a romantic bond there. Father wounds. And that's exactly what you got. They know that you have father wounds that you need to heal, and that your behavior has been due to your father wounds. So I think they see right through you, and that's probably what scares you too, is they see right through your behavior. But they definitely know that you needed to do some serious healing here when it comes to your father. Action. They're wanting you to take action here. It's funny because you got divine masculine and they got divine feminine. And I've been torn this whole reading on which collective I'm speaking to. It's like the collective I'm speaking to But this is what I was saying before about needing to tap into your empathy, your compassion when it comes to this person. How you're seeing them living in their divine masculine energy, you need to tap into that feminine energy. So if you are the masculine, you need to tap into that feminine energy, have that empathy and that compassion towards your feminine. You need to balance those energies just like they do. They need to balance their inner masculine. You need to balance your inner feminine. Because I'm actually hearing it's like they're tempted to... It's like they really want to live in their feminine energy. They really want to just be the soft, compassionate, nurturing person that they are, but they're having to live out of their masculine right now. And that's the thing, when the masculine comes in, yes, you both, But when the feminine is in the presence of a true divine masculine, she's able to be soft and nurturing, and she doesn't chase, she attracts. She's in receiving energy, and that energy allows her to sit in her divine feminine without having to stress and worry and act in that masculine energy. Does that make sense? But she still has that masculine energy within her where she can pursue her dreams and goals in life, but her masculine will make her be like a safe container for her to feel like she can relax and be in that receiving energy and give and flow. Aquarius season, January 19th to February 18th is important. Does that make sense? So it's like she so wants to be in that energy where she can relax and have someone that she knows will take care of her, and she won't have to worry that they're going to run, or even when things are upsetting, that they will stick around and do the work to properly be together as one. Okay, soulmates. Confusion, sorry. So they're confused about what this connection is currently. Maybe they're questioning the compatibility of you two. They see you as their soulmate, but then because you're in no contact and because of everything that happened here when this ended, they're confused about it. And they think that maybe you're confused about what this connection is, and you were for a long time. Father wounds. Intimacy. So again, with father wounds, because it influenced you so much and you didn't have a good example of what a healthy masculine is, someone that, yes, is a go-getter and is driven and assertive and takes action, but someone that can hold emotions without being scared of them, feeling like it's weak to be emotional, finding healthy coping ways to deal with emotions, negative and positive. Those are things that are stunted in you. And I think the chemistry and the intensity you two shared was undeniable. But when it came to actually really working hard on the things that were causing blocks for you two, the father wounds came out. 3, 2, 1, action. Passion. So intensity, intimacy, passion, chemistry, desire. No wonder they're tempted. The passion they feel is so strong. They know you have this intense connection. The chemistry is unlike any other connection either of you have ever had. But until you are able to work through these blocks when it comes to your father wounds that keep you disconnected from your own sensitivity, your own empathy, you'll constantly be in confusion. It's like the temptation for them to come towards you because they feel so much passion for you, but after what's been done here, it's really up to the masculine to make up for things here. Inner child, working on your inner child, your connection to source, your nurturing side, your compassion, not just for your feminine too, you're compassionate for yourself. Okay, I just want to get one of these for their feelings. Actually, yeah. The feminine's feelings, please. I'm learning lessons now. I have grown up since our last encounter. I have been working on myself to be the better person whom you can feel proud of, and you are proud of them. They inspire you. But they need honesty from you, truth. They've grown a lot since your connection ended, and they'll need to see growth in you too. Alright, let's get a timing card because that Aquarius card flew out. Can we get a timing for this, please? Tomorrow? Wow. Okay. So this could be 24 to 48 hours, but more than a year. And this is what I'm saying. It's like you two need to communicate and really clear the air and go over things. And then maybe it's going to take more than a year for you two to really redevelop this connection. But I'm also seeing that as it's been more than a year since you two have talked. I'm actually leaning more towards that. It's been more than a year since you two have had any communication, but next year. So I think it's been more than a year since you two have talked, but you're not going to actually get back together until 2026. So that's what was Aquarius season again. Let me just check. There's on this side. It was February something. This is so annoying. I swear I put it on top. I need to get those dates. No, it was Aquarius. What's Aquarius? Hang on, let me find. Okay, Aquarius season, January 19th to February 18th. And I said that time period is important. So I think that time period next year, so not long. It's only a few months, not even a few. May. So by May of next year, I think you two will be back together. But again, like I said, these conversations need to be had. So it could be these conversations over the next couple of months will recreate this connection, build that stability back in with this connection, building that trust again. All right, so I want to get these next for what's coming for this connection. Just 3, please. Travel. Number 3, roads. Oh no, it says tracks. You're on track. Stepping stones. Number 5. Number 35 and 9, anchor. So steady forward movement, one way, go the distance. Direct route, autopilot, traveling, I think I can, on track, focal point, traveling towards this feminine, but you're on track in your healing journey. Taking baby steps, these stepping stones, finding balance and becoming more centered. Maybe you need to meditate, but integrating the lessons you've learned here. It's reminding me, this actually sounds a lot like temperance. Centered, meditate, integrating opposite forces, all the lessons that you've learned and your shadow side, integrating it all and finding balance and harmony between those two opposing forces. Flow, feeling complete, awareness, just right, equality and well-being. Constantly checking in with yourself and taking care of your own self as well throughout this healing journey. Being gentle with it because you're new to it. That earthworm energy, you're a novice. 35 and 9, anchor, stable, enduring, becoming that stable, dependable partner that your person deserves and also that you deserve, someone you feel you can be proud of. Restrain, secure, persevere, and willpower is important here, but persevering through the challenges of healing. Long lasting, persists, advantage, fortitude. All right, tracks. (32 and 8). The moon. So things are unclear. This is the divine feminine. It's romance. It's recognition, recognizing what you are to each other, but trusting your intuition and realizing that a lot of the fears that you have come from your subconscious. It's like subconscious fears that's where your wounding comes from. So in the beginning, when you're so self-unaware and you don't realize that the way you're behaving is you acting out of your wounding. Affection, invitation, sensuality, artistic, divine feminine. You're on track to move towards your feminine. Go the distance to make it work with them and to feel better about yourself too. Balance. That's 32, but 8, so August could be important. I just heard August new moon. So maybe something happened around the August new moon for you. Number 4, so the 5th of April. But wine, this is developing over time. You're developing yourself too. But family legacy, flavor, the good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transformed, ripening, age as well. Anchor. (18) and 10, so the 18th of October. Supportive friend, peer, sibling, pet. This is what I meant before as well when I saw spending time with friends. You've got friends or a friend at least one friend or person that you trust, that when they tell you that this is your person, that you should do the work and that you're a better person when you're with your twin flame, that they are a supportive friend, that they do have your best interests at heart, but also you becoming a faithful companion, you being someone that's dependable and supportive. It doesn't have to be a friend, could be a sibling, whatever, but this is advice that you can trust as far as going back towards your twin flame. Yeah, marriage, and that was your last card. So you've got church here, number 36. These could be ages too, 32, 35, 36. But this is family values, marriage, collective consciousness, belief system, tradition and programming, breaking free from the programming, creating a family legacy with your twin flame, breaking cycles, the beliefs that have kept you trapped all your life, the cultural traditions that have kept you bound your whole life. These are all things to work through. But I think marriage is ultimately where this connection is going if you're willing to keep doing the work on yourself and persevere through difficult conversations and difficult pain points. Okay, surrender. What does this collective need to surrender to? Number 5, telepathic messages. I feel you pulling away and it triggers my fears you'll leave me for good. And the thing is, when your twin pulls away from you and you can't feel their energy anymore, it's an indicator that now's the time for you to do the work, because they have been. When you can't feel their energy anymore, it kind of gives you that freedom to do the work on yourself instead of running. That trigger is asking you to do something about it. Number 3, karmic ties. My heart is with another right now. I have to finish this karmic contract in order to be free. And number 11, mirrors. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. All right, telepathic messages. Number 9, so the 5th of September. Our inner children are crying out right now. We both need to comfort them and become the parents. So again, like with father and mother wounding, it's like you didn't get what you needed as a child. So you, as an adult, you need to learn to nurture that inner child within and give yourself that love and care that you needed. Karmic ties. Number 6, so the 3rd of June. I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge this situation instead of surrendering to it. So this is family interference. This is my family interference card. I'm not happy. Karma, behaviors, people, and or situations is playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. The 11th of January. So I think January 19th to February 18th is an important shift for you. And then realizing that your family's opinions and your family's beliefs or their opinions on this, on your twin flame, this connection, whatever, it's actually none of your business. What you feel and what you want is what's important. You need to grow and learn so that you can be a good partner and feel good within yourself. And not, you need to set boundaries with these people because they're keeping you from the life you desire. And that's 111. Manifest it. Tell the universe exactly what you want. I've watched you change and grow so much. You've watched your twin flame grow, transform. I'm trying to release my attachment to identity so I can change too. And your family ties are tied a lot to your identity, and you need to break free from that. Especially if you, for example, you obviously your parents didn't have a great relationship. That's pretty much standard in twin flame connections. But even if you've watched your siblings have terrible relationships with people, so why are you listening to their opinions? I think when you're not happy in your relationship, you assume it needs to end. But relationships ebb and flow. There's no, you're not just, it's like you need to work at it. You face the obstacles together and become stronger in your love for each other after you've overcome that obstacle. You don't run from the obstacles. And that was number 3. See if there's any confessions that come out, and then we'll get a divine rule to close this up. Any last messages? I'm used to getting my way, but you put me in my place. So maybe even in your position in your family, you're the only girl or the only boy, or you're like, you know, the one that is babied. It's like you're used to everyone enabling your behavior or letting you get away with shit, but you're having to face your demons now. And maybe this person never let you get away with shit. Karmic partner interference, and the grass wasn't greener. I regret my actions. I'm a fool. So again, whoever you went to, perhaps this is the snake, whoever you tried to replace your twin flame with, they're a karmic, big fat karmic lesson for you. The grass wasn't greener and you do feel like a fool now. But I think this karmic partner interference isn't because you got I'm single. So I don't think they're in your energy anymore. I hate that I hurt you. You didn't deserve this. Please don't blame yourself. It was my fault. But you did blame your twin flame for a long time. But you're the one that abandoned them. I think you know this now though, and this is part of what this conversation needs to be. I'm planning a romantic date, or we can Netflix and chill like old times. I want to cook for you, no strings, and this is what I mean. That's that wine and dine card. You want to do this properly. You want to put in the effort. You want to show this person that you're putting in the effort. I'm tired of the silent treatment. I want to sit down and talk about this once and for all. Good. Okay. Let's close out this message now. What is the closing message for this collective, please? Draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. I just heard music. You find your connection to source through music, so keep using music to channel the things that you're needing to download right now when it comes to your healing. And it's also messages from your person. And there's something about nighttime where you get a lot of your healing done, so maybe you clear a lot of things in your dream state, but as well, nighttime is when you do most of your thinking. So if you write down your thoughts, like you keep a journal and write down your thoughts and start to recognize patterns, or even I'm seeing someone writing down song lyrics, especially if you're hearing songs where it's like the message is really resonating for you. Write down the song lyrics, write down the message you're hearing. If you feel really activated in the night time, use that time wisely. Use that time to really delve deep into what you need to do, and use that solitude at night time to do that. Anyway, I hope that helped, and have a good day.